Guys, welcome back to the channel where today we're up here at Whitehead Golf Simulator Room, and today we're going to be testing out the G430's versus the P790 2023 edition irons 1v1 up against each other. What's better? Let's get straight to it. So first club up we have the P790 7 iron, so we're going to go 7 iron versus 7 iron. So first up is the P790 7 iron. It's not even about distance, more or less about how many fairways we can hit with each shot. So we're going to hit 3 shots with each iron. It's going from 7 irons, 8 iron, 9, and then up the pitching wedge. And we're going to see which club is more forgiving in the fairways. Let's go. That felt really good. Felt really good. So that's went 176 yards. It's went 160 something odd yards. Carry. That's a little bit pulley, is it? Won't go as far, but it's fairway again. That's all we're looking for. We're looking for fairway. We want to see what's more. What we're trying to find out here, guys, is what is more forgiving iron ways. Obviously, these are for like a 12 handicap and below. The G430s are for a handicap 12 and above, or 18 around that. So we're trying to see. I'm playing as a 10 handicap, so we'll try and give you the insights of what works best for roughly someone around my handicap or someone above. And there's one shot there. Human error, that's come from me, and that's a bit of a slicey one, and it's went well right. So 2 shots out of 3 with the P790 7 iron. So the P790's 7 iron, the first 3 shots actually weren't that bad. The first 2 shots were really good, a little bit of a baby draw, so I've obviously hit it really bad. Come over the top a lot, and the offline of it was 34.1, where my other 2 was 12.2 to the left and 16 to the left as well. Carry was 163, 152 the first 2 shots. Total was 176, 169, and then obviously the off hit one was 85 and 113 total. That's the 7 iron done, the P790s. Let's go on to the G430. So next up we have the G430 7 iron. Let's see how this compares to the P790 7 iron. Oh, that felt unbelievable. Wow, distance carry was shocking in that. That's only went of a total of a distance 151, but it is a lot more forgiving. Oh, that's nice. Went about 167 yards total, 159, 160 yards carry. 3 great shots with the G430s. Didn't get as much of a distance, which I'm surprised about, but we're here for about forgiveness, how many fairways we can hit with it. At the minute, it's obviously 1-0 to the G430s with the 7 irons. So with the G430 7 iron, as you can see here, guys, ball speed was actually not too bad. Launch angle was good. Spin is not bad for me. Offline was incredible. What you're talking 8 yards to the left, 5.3 to the right, 4.4 to the left. Carry, which is not too bad, the 7 iron, but the first shot was a little bit, I didn't hit it great, to be honest, but it was in the middle of the fairway. That's what we're looking for. This is what the video was about. And yeah, 7 iron at the minute for the Ping G430s. Definitely win this one, but on we go to the 8 iron now, starting with the P790. We have the P790 8 iron. How does this compare? Let's go. Oh, that felt incredible. That felt so good. So we've got 139, 140 yards carry, 149 total, and it's nearly bang centre the fairway. I think that's going to draw a little bit, is it? Yeah, it is. 148 yards carry, 158 total. That was a little bit fat. Still should be fairway, but it's not going to go as far. So P790 8 iron, as you can see, guys, the carry, the first one was 139, 147, 139, pretty consistent. Total was 149, 158, 152. The first shot was actually really good. It was really close to the centre. It was I think that's what it's 1 yard to the right, and then it was 6.9 yards to the left, and then the last one was a little bit fat, which was then 13.1 yards to the left. But Pretty consistent for P790's. They're supposed to be a 12 handicap and below club, the 2023 editions. And next we have the G430 8-iron. How does it compete? These are supposed to be very forgiving, so I'm actually really excited to see what the final results are of all these clubs. So next club, Ping G430 8-iron. Just try and get 3 down the middle. Do you know what? I caught that a little bit thin. It wasn't great. It's still down the middle, and it didn't feel good, and it was a little bit thin, and it's went 138 yards carry to 140 something total. Not a bad first shot. Oh, that was flushed. Oh my days. 141 carry, 149 total. It's not bad with an 8-iron. It's gonna be a little bit dry. Felt that straight away. Wow. That's big for an 8-iron. Wow. That's as far as a 7-iron. So the table here, guys, this is the Ping G430 8-iron. We're getting a total carry of the first shot of 134, total 142. Then we went 140 to 149. And then the third shot was 154 yards carry, 165 total, which is a big jump, by the way. Obviously a draw does come into play, you do get a little bit more distance. So offline, the first shot we were 7.2 yards to the right, the second shot was 6.2 yards to the right, and then the third shot, what they say a fairway's 20 yards each side, I think it is, or 15. So we may have just caught the rough with the third shot, 17.3 to the left, but a good carry and a good total. Still a solid shot, not bad. I think the P790's might take this one when it comes down to the 8-iron, but we'll do an overall at the end of the video. So next up, Taylormade P790 9-iron. Oh, I tell you what, that could nearly be centre of line. That's not went really far for an 9-iron, but it's centre again. This is all we're looking for. We're not really looking for distance. We're looking for a bit more forgiveness. Now, if that's centred, that is centred. Wow. A little bit better, but look how close that is to the centre. Wow. Oh, felt great again. Wow. Look, I can't ask for any more straighter shots on that. I really can't. Distance isn't really there, but I'm not really worried about the distance. I'm more or less focusing on how straight I can get the shots. So, with a P790 9-iron, this is the table. So the first shot was a carry of 120, total 127. Not great, not big. They're roughly all around the same, so they are. Second shot was 129 carry, 138 total. Third shot was 121 carry, 128 total. But we're looking at the offline here, guys. It was 2.9 to the left, which is great. It's very good. Second shot was 0.8 to the left. And then the third shot was 2.5 to the right. Like, that is so consistent, it's unbelievable. For my standards anyway, I don't always hit my irons that great, but what a solid performance for a P790. So next up we have the Ping G430 9-iron. So the P790 was actually very, very forgiving there, so we need to try and hit 3 down the middle, no pressure. It's not going to be as centred as the P790. Still down there, you know. The distance should definitely be a lot further. Now that should be down the middle. Yep, take that all day long in the course, all day long in the course. Didn't feel great, didn't sound good either, but for a shot it doesn't sound great or feel great, and you're down the middle of the fairway, you're probably about 8 yards to the right. It's still not a bad shot. So when it comes to the G430 9-iron, we have the offline. The first shot was not great, it was 17.9 to the left. Carry was 140, total 151. Shot 2 offline was 5 yards to the right, which is pretty damn good. Carry 123, which isn't great for a 9-iron. It's okay. Total 131. Shot 3 offline, it was 6.4 yards to the right. A total of a carry of 127, total of 137, 10 yards rollout. It's not bad, guys. The first shot really kind of hurt it on this one, but when you look at the P790 compared to the G430, when it comes to the middle of the fairway, P790 wins this one easy. But on we go to the pitching wedge, the final club. Guys, we're down to the final club. It's the Taylormade P790 pitching wedge. P790's for a club, it's supposed to be for a 12 handicap and below, the 2023 editions by the way. They're actually really going well against the G430's. But pitching wedge in hand, let's try and get a couple down here. Oh, that felt so good. That felt like butter off the face. Yeah, we're getting in between 110 and 120. But really good shot. Oh, that's gonna be poly. That was a bit of an overswing there, but that's gonna be at least 7, no, maybe not, maybe about 12 yards left. Oh wow. Oh wow. Now that's incredible. 120 yards total with a pitching wedge, 110 yards carry. That's great. Let's get the table up and let's take a look at the results with the P790 pitching wedge. So guys, as you can see the table shown here behind me, let's try and forget about shot 2, the offline, the poly one. It was, well, shot 1 was 6.1 yards to the left, carry of 112, total 118. Shot 2, this is what I'm going on about here, it was 20.6 yards to the left. That's going to be in the rough. Carry of 110, total of 119. Shot 3, which is pretty good for me. It was 3.3 yards to the right, 115 yards carry, 120 total. Pretty solid for the pitching wedge. A really bad poly one to the left there on the second shot, but on we go to the Ping G430 pitching wedge on the last club. Guys, we're now down to the final club. It's the Ping G430 pitching wedge. Shot 2 in the P790 obviously was a bit of a bummer in that aspect. Obviously the second shot was pulled, so it kind of hurt the score on the P790 pitching wedge, but this is the Ping G430 pitching wedge. I've got the lefties. I've definitely got the lefties. That's nearly the same shot again. Surely that's down the middle. That felt unbelievable. So as I was saying guys, it's all down to human error. So obviously the first 2 shots there, it's all me, 10 handicap golfer. But let's get the table up and let's see how it compares against the P790's. So guys, as you can see in the table behind me here, first 2 shots are absolute killers, by the way. First 2 shots are absolute killers. Shot 1 with a pitching wedge was 30.7 yards to the left. That's middle of the rough to the left hand side in the fairway. It was 129 yards carry, 138 yards total. Shot 2 was 20.3 yards to the left, which is 127 yards carry, 135 yards total. But guys, 20.3 yards, that's catching the fringe of the rough on the left hand side. That's flirting with it. Shot 3 was incredible. It was actually very good. It was 1.7 yards to the right, straight down the middle, 124 yards carry, 132 yards total. I think when it comes to the pitching wedge, I think, I'm actually hard to, it's hurt me to say this, but my feel is the P790's have the upper hand on the G430. The stats is they're for a 12 handicap golfer and below. The G430's are for a 15 handicapper or 18 handicapper and above. And P790's, if I think in my own thinking, or as you can see on the table, the P790's kind of outdone it. Obviously said it's human error. I'm a 10 handicap golfer, don't hit every shot the same, but my take on this is P790's. Guys, there we have it. That's the end of the video. That's the Ping G430 Irons up against the Taylormade P790 2023 irons. Let me know down in the comments, guys, what you think were the best results out of these 2 irons. But I obviously want to hear people's feedback, because a bit of feedback in the comments obviously helps. It lets me get a better understanding as well. But going from my perspective, I personally think the P790 irons were probably slightly better for me. When it comes to this here video, I thought they were a little bit more forgiving. I was hitting more fairways with them, but obviously the G430 irons are supposed to be more forgiving. There was a lot of fairways hit with them, but there was a lot of poly ones as well. It's obviously human error. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think, and I'll go for each one of your comments when I get back to you. But I hope you enjoyed this one, and until then guys, we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.